This is the Male Review on Yale Radiocast.com.
Yale Entertainment, Yale Radiocast. This is the Male Review, man. What is happening? Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Another glorious, outstanding Saturday. But I'm getting tired of 2020.
What? Listen, let me just say, not the bang. Let me just tell y'all right now, welcome to Yale Radiocast, live from Studio 7B. Your boy Mark L is in the building. And yes, my brother, I am sick and tired of 2020. Let me just say, it is year, it feel like a year, don't it? Of whatever, of COVID. It feel like a year of COVID.
The year of the COVID. That's what we're calling that. The year of the COVID. They had the year of the wolf, the year of the dog.
The year of the rat. It's the year of COVID.
The year of
the bat.
The year of the bat.
The year of the bat.
The year of the bat. The year of the bat.
So, hey y'all, here's what I want to say. Welcome once again, like my brother said. My brother Dylon in the building today. Dylon is in the house. Myself, Mark L is in the house. And we are here. We gonna do it. We gonna rock this thing. We gonna shout out to our boy TR. We gonna shout out to Josh the intern. We gonna shout out to brother Sincere. And then we just gonna ride this show for y'all today and talk about how sick we are of 2020 and amongst that, a couple of other things that we want to go into, especially why we most recently sick of 2020. We'll get to that in a minute. But brother Dylon, how you been doing, man?
I was doing quite well up until yesterday. I was doing extremely well up until yesterday. You know, considering everything that's been given to us this year,
man, listen.
You know, I've been doing my personal best to stay positive. You know what I'm saying? Some things. The best thing that I've been able to do is actually just try to stay focused on my personal progression.
Okay.
You know, and where Yale Entertainment is going, right? Yeah. If anything, you know, I have some good things personally going good in my life. You know what I'm saying? With my son, he's doing pretty good now out of school, and he has 2 jobs now.
That's what's happening.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
they hiring because my sons need jobs.
If you want to go to Pensacola.
Oh, man. Who trying to? Anyway, go ahead.
So, if you want to go to Pensacola.
Pensacola.
You know
Murder Cola.
Look, oh my God, you just give me a city. How does the person from Chicago try to have a murder talk about somebody's city? Chill out, Mark L. This man from Chicago want to talk about Pensacola.
Somebody said today, shout out to my girl Candy. She said, if 2020 was a city, it would be Chicago. And I had to laugh, but then I was upset. Yes. If 2020 was a city, it would be Chicago. Shout out to all my folks from Chicago out there. I love y'all. You know it. I'm a homeboy. But, Lord, 2020 been working us over, man.
Right.
It's been working us over. You right, though. You was good until yesterday, so was I.
So basically, for those who are unaware, the outstanding actor Chadwick Boseman has passed away.
Succumbed, y'all.
To a fight with cancer, with colon cancer. All right? Stage 4. Now, this is the important thing. He has been fighting this battle for the past 4 years, unbeknownst to anybody. You know what I'm saying? So now, and even at the height of his success, and he had success way before Black Panther. He's done numerous movies.
He's been James Brown. He's been Thurgood Marshall. He's been Jackie Robinson.
Look, man.
T'Challa. He the brother in the Five Bloods that Spike Lee did. And you know how black people do, man. You know how we do, brother. You remember we saw interviews with him, and he was looking slim. And you know, black people, the first thing we say, he on that shit.
I didn't say that.
I'm just saying, black people in general. I heard a lot of black people say he on that shit.
I've heard more black people think it was health related.
Hey, that's good. But maybe the people I know, the ratchet folk.
You need to get out your ratchet circle.
Hey, listen, don't do that.
You need to get out your ratchet circle. Are your ratchet fans people listening?
Listen.
Are you on your ratchet live feed?
They in here, but I'm gonna just say,
shout out to Mark L.
Shout out to my ratchet feed and y'all ratchet and y'all out there.
Shout out to Ratchet Nation.
I love everybody equally. So y'all be good. Now, but y'all gotta stay over there. But I'm just saying.
No, I do as well. But it was a whole bunch of mixed reactions to what everybody noticing, hey, this man is losing weight. What's going on with
he
Chad?
lost a ton
What's
of
going
weight.
on with
They
Black
thought it was a
Panther?
role too. They
Right.
thought it was for a role.
People thought it was for a role. People thought, as you just said, it's drugs because he in Hollywood. And some people say, I don't think that look like he's sick, man.
But this man was a shining prince.
But
man.
understand this, man. With all that, he's been fighting this for 4 years.
Man.
And even within those 4 years, he has been putting out banger movies.
Yes, sir.
And outstanding product movies.
Correct.
Even unhealthy.
A master of his craft.
I personally think that, and shout out to Chad, rest in peace. You already see,
Hey.
what we doing up
We
in here
rocking
today.
our Black Panther shirts today
you know,
in honor. Look, Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever.
It's Wakanda forever, y'all. And we said it back then, and we still saying it now.
But peep it. That's actually going into what we're going to talk about today on Yale Radiocast and Mail Review.
One of the things.
Because when Black Panther came out,
man,
you remember how energized we were?
listen.
You remember how happy we were that we finally got a black superhero?
Listen.
You remember how happy we were to actually see ourselves seen in our correct image.
Yes. And nothing that was a slave narrative.
Nothing. It wasn't, oh yeah, you slaves are victims of violence.
No.
We were the kings and queens that we know inside we are.
We was running it.
You remember going to the movie theaters, you
Look.
saw everybody in their Black Panther stuff and they dashikis and
Listen.
everybody in unison and holding hands and they going full of families. And I said, this is the moment we've been waiting for.
Listen.
This is a moment that's going to wake us up and maybe this will be a change.
What happened?
But what happened?
Listen, there was some white people sitting in my seats that I paid for a week in advance when it came out. So,
Yes.
me and my babe, shout out to the Rebel Queen out there. Me and my babe, we got together. You know, we was beautiful. I'm gonna put the picture up on my page so y'all can see it. I had my Afro wig on. I had my Black Panther shirt on. This shirt. I had my wristbands on. You know, I was ready. Wakanda forever. We was going for it. But we got there, and I was like, "Oh, this is not the day to be sitting in my motherfucking seat." Pardon my French. However, I'm just saying today y'all need to sit in the back.
Right.
Because I bought these seats to make sure I could see my black superhero front and center. And you are correct. It polarized the nation.
Yes.
There were a lot of people. And it was so funny because with the amount of people, the amount of black people that were talking about going to see Black Panther and how we was going to dress and we was going to get ready and we was going to do this. Same thing for another movie that's coming out, which I'll talk about. We were ready. We were ready to go. We got dressed up. We wore our African gear. We wore our Black Panther gear. We were proud to go see that superhero. And we listened to all the derision. It's not a real person. Y'all making up people and Wakanda's not a real place. We didn't give a damn.
We didn't give a damn.
Look, y'all motherfuckers like Gazoo.
But they look.
From the Flintstones.
They've had, and shout out to my less melanated brethren and sisters.
Yeah, I got no problem with y'all.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all for centuries have had Superman.
Yes.
Y'all have had
Batman.
You've
Any
had
man.
all the main
Aquaman. All the mans.
X-Men.
X-Mans.
Wonder Woman.
Yes.
And in most of those movies, the black person has been in some kind of form or fashion the villain.
Yes.
Right.
Or some lower role.
Or some lower role. So
Correct.
this was finally something that we can actually say, hey, we actually relate to this more.
We the stars of the show.
Wakanda was basically a comparison view of Africa, period.
Absolutely.
We come from kings and queens. Now, what I felt like is we finally got something that will change the narrative for us. And now I'm seeing all the positive things. You look into that movie and you see the relationship between the man and woman. It was no man hurt woman or the man, I don't need no man, or the man abuses the woman and then she finds the light-skinned dude with no shirt on
was none of that.
in the Tyler Perry goofy ass movies.
It was none of that. It was none of that.
And not no dude in a dress. There was no.
None of that.
It was a certain image.
It was unified.
It was unified.
It was a unified image. And I feel you on that.
Now, that was good for a good 2-3 weeks.
I give it a couple of months.
We'll give it a couple of months. Then the change, we regressed. What happened? What happened, everybody? That's what we want to talk about today on Yale Radiocast, the Male Review.
But that's only part of it, though, y'all. We gonna talk about that.
We got a handful of topics today.
Man, we got some stuff to talk about. But we also gonna talk about, even outside of that, we're also gonna have a discussion about our health. And why, since this is the Male Review, we definitely know this is the Male Review. We're going to talk about our health, fellas, and we're going to definitely check the mail on this health thing, because here's the real deal. One thing about the cancer that took away our good brother, Chadwick Boseman, colorectal cancer, it is easily detectable if you catch it early. So what we want to talk about is why, brothers, why are we not going to the doctor? Why are we not going to find out? Why are we not checking ourselves? Why are we not getting these yearly physicals and these updates? Are you really that obtuse in knowing that you are not checking your status to see if you might have colon cancer?
Right.
Are you not getting your prostate checked? Yes, I know, I understand. I hear you out there. I hear y'all saying, man, I don't want nobody putting their finger in my booty. Let me just tell you, listen, I have a history of cancer in my family, and we'll get back to that in a minute when we come back from our
look here, man. Look, man. Look, some of y'all dudes got women that got their tongue up.
Hey. That's Mark L after dark. So for that. But I feel where you're going. Continue, brother.
What I'm saying is, we do the most probably, we have a history of doing things that we shouldn't be doing anyways. If we want to talk about sexual violation and things that we shouldn't do sexually, we already, because of how we feel it affects our body or how we're viewed as men, we do that day-to-day basis. We violate that on a day-to-day basis already.
Right.
Now, this is for your life and your longevity.
This is your life.
Now, what we do know is we have a history as black men of not checking ourselves.
Why?
We're going to talk about that. Also, we're going to talk about what's hot in the news right now.
Ooh, it's going to be some men on fire in here today.
Shout out to the family of Jacob Blake.
Yes.
We're going to still talk about where the hell is the prosecution for the police of Breonna Taylor.
What?
We aren't talking about that. We got to talk about that as well.
169 days, and they have not arrested the killers of Breonna Taylor. I'm on fire about that, but that's not what's got me really pissed today.
But we're going to do a special shout out. So,
absolutely.
I want to give a special dedication today as well. So, Yale Radiocast, the Male Review, shout out to everybody that's on our live feed. I would encourage you, please go to the website, YaleRadiocast.com. Listen live. You will hear the content in a better quality. This is just a live feed for the listeners. Also, we would love for you to call in and voice your opinions on this topic.
And that is 678-586-9241. Again, 678-586-9241. Definitely call us. We want to talk about it today, y'all.
We want to talk about everything today. We getting it off the table today, people. This is the Male Review. This is Yale Radiocast. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the whole family. Shout out to Women in the Mic. Shout out to Rap Analytics. Shout out to the rest of the cast of the Male Review. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We're going to get busy today, man. We're going to come back in a commercial break. We got to do some advertisements. We got to pay a couple of bills. We got to get some promotions out of there. We're going to come back real hot. Man on fire.
Boy.
We're going to be checking the mail.
Yes, sir.
We got the hot topics today on the Male Review. It's just me and Mark L in the studio, but we're going to run it.
What they done did. Not the bayang.
They done left us unsupervised.
Unsupervised. You don't want it in your life. This is not the smoke you ordered, I promise you. But we going to get the business. Ain't we going to get the business?
We going to get the business. We going to give the business.
It's the gold standard. We'll be right back.
your boy Young Nino checking in, man.
What's going on? This your boy Ether.
This presidential worthy, vote for me. Rap Analytics, man. We up in here.
Check us out every Tuesday and Thursday, 9 p.m. on Radiocast.com.
You want your perspective, we're going to give you ours.
Man, if you into this hip-hop culture, we got all the information you need.
We're going to be breaking down everything from old school to new school, battle rap, fashion.
Anything that has to revolve around hip-hop, we're going to bring it to you from today's perspective for what's popping in the news right now. Hip-hop, rap analytics go hand in hand.
Rap Analytics, Radiocast.com, baby, we live.
Yo, what's up? It's your girl, Mimio. If you have a business or an event you'd like to promote, I really want to bring Yale Radiocast to the top of your mind. We are on all streams of media. We will advertise or promote your business on all streams. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Google Podcasts. We're on TuneIn. We're on iHeartRadio. You want to support your business? You want to build your brand? We're here to help support you. You got a product? You have something that you want to promote? We give customized packages you can't miss. Again, hit us up at Yale ENT1. That's YALENT number 1 at gmail.com. Hit us up. We're Yale Radiocast.com.
Welcome back to Yale Radiocast, the Mail Review. It is myself, Mark L, in the building. My brother Dylan Yale is in the building. Shout out to our guests. Shout out to our people who are actually out today, brother TR, and definitely Josh the intern. Man,
And
listen.
And Mr. Sincere.
And Mr.
the
Sincere.
wifey. Yo!
We just got a hot ass take.
Oh, my God.
So for those who are not aware, we just found this out just a moment ago, mere minutes ago. We lost another great. We lost
NBA legend.
Clifford Robinson, Uncle Cliffy, y'all, at 53.
Oh, my God. Cliff Robinson.
2020, please get off our neck.
Man, Cliff Robinson's still 25 in my mind, man.
Right. He still played for the Portland Trailblazers.
He's still, let me think it, Cliff Robinson still plays for the Portland Trailblazers,
Right.
man.
Right.
For those who don't know, NBA legend Cliff Robinson, Portland Trailblazer great, just died from, complications possibly stemming from a stroke. We don't know if it was the actual stroke. We do know he has had health problems within recent years.
About 2.5 years ago, he had that stroke.
Yeah,
so.
a couple of years ago, he did have a stroke,
Yeah.
and so we're just getting these details, so we don't know the full details. We're just bringing it to you live right now. If you have not gotten the message yet, Cliff Robinson of the Portland Trailblazers has passed away. 20. Goddamn 20. Get out of here, man. You gotta go. We gotta get 2020 to hell. Now, I did see a post though. My homeboy put this up. Why are we asking to get out of 2020 like we don't know what 2021 gonna hold?
You are correct. But, we were looking forward to this year. We was going to have 2020 vision. Folks was going to do stuff.
Yes.
We was going to do all these wonderful things. And then COVID happened. And then, wait, no, not even before COVID. Kobe happened.
But if you translate from Hebrew to English, COVID transferred into English is Kobe.
Well, how about that? Now that's something. So
always
Kobe
messages.
was trying to warn us. The Black
messages.
Mamba.
And you don't got to buy me. Pull this up. Do it yourself. Go on the English translator and type in from Hebrew to English. Type in COVID and you'll get Kobe.
Listen, y'all. I this year has been something else. So we dealing with this hot take with Cliff Robinson. And yesterday we lost Chadwick Boseman. We lost him to colorectal cancer, to colon cancer. So I'm at a loss, man. I'm at a loss. And the old folks say the death comes in 3. So who's next? Like, you want to talk about
because we just recently in one weekend we had lost Little Richard, Andre Harrell, and Betty White.
True. What? Betty White.
Right.
Betty Wright. Okay, I'm about to say, boy. Okay, we talking about tonight is the night. We was talking about thank you for being a friend.
Betty White look like she ain't going nowhere.
Listen, it's gonna be Betty White and Keith Richards. Betty White and Keith Richards are gonna be the last two standing, and I promise you, Betty White gonna be. Shout out to Betty White. Betty White gonna be like, bring it, bitch. Bring it, bitch. Is what Betty White gonna say. But anyway,
anyways, let's go into our top. So once again, condolences to the families of Cliff Robinson.
Yes.
Condolences to the families of Chadwick Boseman.
Absolutely.
And we want to go into our topics, our numerous topics of the day.
We got some stuff.
And please call in because we want your opinions on these topics. 678-586-9241 for those listening on air. For those who are watching on the live feed, the link and the number is in the description.
Yes.
So, I want to go back into what we were talking about. Do we want to lead out with that, or do we want to go into the hot? Do we want to go into the man on fire?
You look like you on fire over there.
I'm on fire about something.
Uh-oh.
We're going to touch back because this is going to be a long day. You know what I'm saying? Because we got my boy Copyright coming in the building later on for the indie circuit, our monthly review for independent artists.
Right
but
on.
I want to circle back, man. Look.
What you on fire about, man?
I'm on fire about a little something. Whew. Jacob Blake incident, right?
Oh, okay. For those of y'all who are not aware of who Jacob Blake is the gentleman. If I'm not mistaken, Jacob was 29 years old. He is 29 years old. Yes. Jacob Blake, I'm going to just keep it, high level. The police rolled up on Jacob Blake for whatever reason. And this gentleman got tased, according to them. He walked around his van. He went to open his door. And when he opened his door, they put 7 hot shots in this man's back. 7 shots into his back. Now, the man is currently paralyzed. So we're not going to discuss the fact that, one, he probably didn't need to get shot. There were several cops around that could have possibly incapacitated him. Even after the taser, they could have tackled him to the ground. They could have done any number of things. And that's going to lead to my hot topic and why I'm pissed. And my man on fire today. We're going to get into that. But that's who Jacob Blake is. Jacob Blake was the gentleman who was shot in the back 7 times by law enforcement.
Right.
In Wisconsin. Am I correct?
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
And he is paralyzed from the waist down. And then the audacity of the same department or the same police state, let's call it a police state,
yes,
to come and handcuff this man who no longer has use of his legs at the moment. We are praying that he will regain use of his legs, but they handcuffed the man to his bed after shooting him in the back. Go ahead, man. I'm gonna let you
now
go.
this is the issue that I'm having with this topic. So going on my online interaction. And when this thing was at its hottest, because it's still a hot topic, but when it just happened, we know like we were extremely upset. So of course everybody was talking about it, and and this is how this ties in with the can we actually truly build a Wakanda. It was posted about some things within his past, and I don't know how far in the past. I don't know if it's recent. I don't know if it was last week. I don't know if it was 5 years ago. Some history of him with some domestic violence cases and situations, right? Okay. Now, so the women, certain particular group of women, because we can't say when I
not
say,
all women,
ladies and gentlemen, understand when we say men, I want us to get out of our mind the assumption that it's every. We know it ain't every. Obvious. It's 6 billion people on this planet.
Correct.
So when I say women or men, it doesn't mean every woman or every man. Correct. We do know it's a particular. I'm just saying in this particular topic, these women.
Okay.
In this particular topic, we're saying, F that man.
He got what's coming to him.
He had what's coming to him. I cannot support him because he has a history of domestic violence. Cool. I get why you may not like that he has a history of domestic violence. We could debate all day how he should have reacted in that situation, because I agree with most that he should not have reacted the way he reacted.
I agree 100%.
He should have chilled his ass out.
And hell still knowing.
And sat his ass down somewhere.
Knowing the current conditions that we are in.
I totally agree with that. He reacted totally wrong in that case. Women, a particular group of women said, F him, I can't support him because he has a history of domestic violence. See, this is my problem with this man on fire. Don't we get mad when white folks bring up black folks' history when something happens to them?
We do.
What happened when Trayvon got killed? What happened when Mike Brown got killed? What happened when Eric Garner got killed? What happened with all these cases when our people got killed? And now here we are doing the same thing that we get mad at them for doing.
They got mad at Botham Jean because they said he had weed in his apartment as a reason that somebody would walk in and shoot that man in his own apartment.
Right.
But
this is the thing. This is a slippery slope that we are starting to ride here. This is a very slippery slope, because if we're going to use somebody's past to determine if we should support them or not, we are all about to be totally fucked up.
Okay.
And I know I'm not supposed to be cussing. I just want to let everybody know.
No, you're right.
We are about to be totally fucked up if we're going to take somebody's moment in their life to say, I can't support them because they did this wrong. At that moment, we don't know nobody's growth. We don't know where nobody is in their life.
Correct.
Because if this happened, I don't give a damn if it happened 3 weeks ago. They might have took that moment and said, hey, that might have happened in an accidental moment. We don't know if this person is totally this way. Mm-hmm. Or they might have learned from that.
It could have been misconstrued.
It could have been misconstrued. We'll get into that in a second, right? Oh, snap.
Uh-oh, we got a caller coming in already off the Man on Fire.
Yale Entertainment, Yale Radiocast. We got a caller on the line. Who is on the line? Who do we have?
What's up, Mr. Williams? You already know this is one of them, like your girl, Spicy.
What's happening? It's spicy. It's about to get spicy. What's going on, lady?
What's going on? Let me just say, I'm about to clear. You know, I'm gonna go all in when it comes to about this, your record and shit. Let me break it down. Number one, when you go in front of a judge, it can be something as simple as getting into an argument. And a lot of times our young people or our men especially don't have the right money, enough money to get a lawyer. So they get these fuck-ass public defenders that they have to settle with a certain thing because they don't want to go to jail. A lot of times, a lot of these judges and public defenders want to put these on your record because it always stands out. So guess what? Now you have a record of it. You and this girl could have got into a simple argument. I have a brother that got into it with his girl, and what he did was threw her damn phone out the window, and they charged him and locked him up for domestic violence. He didn't put his hands on her. He just threw her damn phone out the window.
And see, thank you for that, Spicy, because one of the big things, and I'll look to be certain of it. I'll definitely try to verify it. It looked like she was there at the moment that he was shot in the back 7 times, and it looks like she may have been the one who was jumping up and down in the street. Now, the thing was, they brought up the fact that he had a warrant for domestic violence, and here's what happened. They probably made up. In between the time it took for them to serve that warrant to him, or in between the time that it took for them to realize there was a warrant in the system for him. So you are absolutely correct. It could be anything. They could have made up, but here's the thing. And this is the argument I'm pretty sure Dylon has. I'm not going to put words in his mouth, but I'm with him on being on fire about it, because here's what I saw. What if they made up? And what if that thing had been worked out between them? Did he still deserve to be shot in the back 7 times?
Hold on, let me explain something to you. Don't no man deserve to be shot. If you put
Nobody.
A dog more, you telling me a dog life is more important than my black king?
This
Man,
is what I'm talking
fuck
about.
you. If you telling me, and I talk a lot of junk about men all day because that's what I do, but at the end of the day, I have sons. So you telling me it's all right for me or anybody to walk up and shoot my child down like he's nothing and I'm supposed to be okay with it?
Like a dog.
bro, y'all about to make me start cussing. But at the end of the day, that's what's wrong with us. And I'm about to dog us women out right now. That's what's wrong with us. We always want to make an excuse for when one of our men get fucked up because you're mad at them because they don't want to your stinking no more. So now you mad and you allowing and you calling these cops because you pissed off and you allowing this to happen to these ones that you claim once upon a time that you love.
Right.
It's bad.
So you getting mad because of everything else. But instead of you being the woman you supposed to be and standing up for them, you want to let that happen. And what pisses me off, we so quick to say, well, guess what? That's what he get. No, the hell it's not. At the end of the day, your children still need their father.
Well, let me
go ahead.
Let me circle back into this is why this is my man on fire moment, because they're taking this moment in his life and saying that I can't support. This is why I say, because men, and they didn't take this one man's incident, they assimilated all men to this moment and say this how men do. Men don't love black women. Men this, men, and said this. Listen to me, and said this is why I'm tired of supporting black men. Now let's even take this one man situation. If we're gonna take this moment to say, hey, he did this wrong, and that's why I'm not supporting black men. Imagine if black men was to take a situation with a particular black woman and say, this is why I don't give a damn about black women.
Right. And he or she who is without sin, please cast the first stone.
And that's another thing. We all have errors in life. Come on, man. You think Martin Luther King cheated on his wife?
That's what I heard.
Come on now.
They talked about Malcolm X. Oh, I watched the post go wide left about the fact that Malcolm X was bisexual. Though let's not even to go into that. So just because you have a moment in time or whatever you do in your life, does that really do you deserve to be shot in the back 7 times?
Well, I'm not talking about the deserve to be shot. My point is.
Let me say this. Gentlemen, let me say this. And real talk, let me say this. What pisses me off the most about us as black people, we always trying to find a reason not to. Come on, let's keep it real. We always looking for a reason not to. The only reason why this became when everybody wanted to do this damn protest and stand up and all this, because it was something that they wanted to feel a part of.
Right.
Instead of being the reason for. You wanted to be a part of.
Interesting.
No, stop being a part of some shit and be the reason for some shit.
Right.
Okay.
Stand your ass up because you want to say, I don't want to see my grandson get shot in the back.
Right.
I don't want to see my son get shot. I don't want to see my husband get shot. I'm tired of seeing every time I turn on the news, these young black men killing each other, but that's the first thing you want to advertise and try to take the reflection off of these white cops busting our asses. So y'all, we want to be a part of, oh God, yeah, I was down there marching, I got pictures, I got videos, but you know, what's your reason?
Right.
Stop being a fucking part of something and tell me what your reason for it. Because if I'm gonna get my bad knees out there and walk for miles, I'm walking because of my sons who's in prison. I'm walking because I don't want to see my rest of my sons going to prison. I don't want to see my grandkids going to prison because they made a stupid mistake, or they say 17 and they in high school and they messing with a 15-year-old, and now you want to give them a charge of statutory rape.
I love that.
Because you understand what I'm saying? You have young men that's been in high school.
Because hold up, slow down, spicy is spicy right now.
Hot.
For those who don't,
it's a woman on fire right now.
It's a woman on fire. She what's the movie? Way to Exhale, setting the car on fire, walking off with the hair flat.
Listen.
All right, for those who are on the live feed, please go to YaleRadiocast.com to hear the content from the callers. Now listen, this is what Spicy is saying. We can take this one incident, but we do not need to take this one incident and make it about this one incident. Defense and fighting for this rights, what we're doing is taking this incident and fighting for the rights of everything.
Yes.
This is for your kids, not just Jacob. This is for everybody else. And we need to use this as a platform to fight for everything.
Yes.
Not just Jacob.
Not just Jacob.
This is not just particularly about this one gentleman. That's what Spicy is saying. Take this moment and fight and use this fight to give rights for everything that is being thrown at us.
And see, the conversation, here's the part of the conversation that nobody is doing. Again, I've said this in the past, I'm going to say it again. We're not people that say criminals should get off. We're not, that's not what we're saying. What we're saying is every criminal deserves a day in court to be able to explain the situation so that they can go ahead and be charged. Apparently,
they would not still be charged fairly.
Well, that the whole point
they're
is
not going to be charged fairly.
But the whole point is that's what we're supposed to believe, right? But what we're seeing is we're seeing executions. We're not seeing protect and serve. We're seeing public jury, judge, and execution on the street, which leads me to my man on fire.
Go ahead.
Listen, let me just say, so for this gentleman who got shot in the back 7 times, we also have this issue of the protest that occurred afterwards. So a gentleman, a young man, I'm going to start there, a teenager, was driven by his mother from Antioch, Illinois, to Kenosha, Wisconsin, where the riots occurred after this gentleman was shot because, of course, the people were pissed. This young man brandished a rifle and killed someone. And he was taken...
Not just someone.
Oh, he shot 3 people. And he was taken peacefully to jail, brandishing a weapon. Now, let's talk about my man on fire today.
Let's go.
This young man here, his name was Kyle Rittenhouse. His name is Kyle Rittenhouse. Kyle Rittenhouse, age 17, brandished a rifle, went out into the protest, so-called, to protect the business owners in the city who were being attacked and looted and burned out due to the fact that this sanctioned state shooting occurred.
Right.
And this guy killed a person, wounded another person, walking around in Kenosha, Wisconsin with a rifle. Y'all don't know what?
No. What kind of rifle?
Oh, AR. An AR.
At what age?
17.
Whoa. I'm not done asking you questions. Who did he get this from?
His mother. His people.
Also, he was on the training police force. He was
on the police. Yeah, he was one of those explorer police officers.
Yeah, he was on like the cadet,
the junior cadets.
The junior cadet.
We gonna call him. What can we call them?
The scrublings.
The scrublings or the piglets.
The piglets.
The piglets. The bacon bits. The goddamn bacon bits. So he was taken peacefully.
The bacon bit.
Similar to the guy who shot the church up. I don't even want to go back that far. But that's what I'm on fire about. So this man was shot 7 times in the back, could have been tackled, could have been taken down by these police officers who were in quote-unquote fear of their life as he was leaning over into his van. But this guy who was brandishing a rifle, an AR, who not only shot somebody but made a phone call in the process of after shooting someone to say, hey, dude, I just shot somebody. And then shot another couple of people.
Right.
But he went peacefully. They arrested him.
Shout out.
Took him to jail.
Whoa. Shout out to my son. Hold up, listen. Shout out to my son. Peep it. Shout out to my son, Devin Williams, on the line, and he's clearing it. The cops drove past him. They didn't take him peacefully. My son's calling out.
He turned himself in?
No. They saw him, and he actually admitted it, and they kept going. They drove past him. They didn't arrest him till after the riot was over.
Here's the kicker shit. They called him a hero. In the press conference, they was calling him a hero. But yet, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. They shot this man 7 times in the back and then handcuffed him to his bed. And then this guy was taken peacefully.
Go ahead, Spicy. Spicy got something she want to get on.
Come on, let's just keep it real. And we fellas, y'all, and I call them out. Douglasville, Georgia.
Uh-oh.
Douglas County, Douglasville Police Department, Douglasville, system. Let's keep it real. I didn't sat there and dialing you my witness. I didn't sat there in a Supreme Court and watch the privilege, and I'm not going to say all, I'm going to say the privilege, get one young man was in there, raped three of his nieces.
What?
Three of his nieces. Because daddy and the man's father was cool, he got probation. I sat there and watched a young black man go in front of the same damn judge on his second offense of breaking in the goddamn car, and he gave that man 10 years. So you telling me a young woman body that you allowed her uncle to rape her, who's only good for probation and some fines, but you worried about a goddamn radio and some stuff in the car, and you give this man who was black, now mind you, black and white, who was black, 10 years.
Right.
I didn't watch Douglas County Supreme judges do this and DAs do this on multiple occasions when it becomes between black and white. You got to go back to when these young black boys that was in high school slept with these girls that was in high school. These boys had careers and scholarships to grow, but you gave them damn sexual predators and sexual. They just gonna be on their records for life. Because you told them they was going to either do 5 years in jail or they take this plea. They take a plea. Now, mind you, these are young men, 17 years old in high school. What was it called? The Douglas 5?
Yes.
Either you're going to take this 5-year plea for sleeping with somebody, and you in high school and she's in high school. You're 17, she's 15. Or you going to do 5 years in jail. One young man said, I'm not about to get no rape charge.
Right.
The other ones played it out for them not to go to jail because they do this shit called scare tactics. But guess what? The three white boys out there in the same damn county went to the same judge. The same shit happened. All they got was probation.
Okay.
So they got the complexion for the protection.
Okay, and that's let's circle that back. I appreciate that, Spicy. Let's circle that back into the purpose of these protests. Is for those who don't understand, these protests are about the difference in how we're treated.
Yeah.
Jacob Blake was shot in the back only for trying to break up a fight because he had an outstanding, and the police came, he had outstanding warrant.
And yet Kyle Rittenhouse
Kyle
two
Rittenhouse
people.
actually killed 2 people, and he walked away unscathed. Dylan Roof
Got
shut
Burger
up a whole
King.
church, and he got taken to Burger King unscathed. Okay?
Y'all wonder why we mad.
Y'all wonder why we mad, man.
You wonder why
know what
shit
I'm saying?
burning down?
You wonder why shit burning down. Now, let's touch into something.
Yeah, talk to me.
What should we do for Breonna Taylor?
Listen, 169 days.
How many days?
169 days.
They
And
trying
the
to make y'all
murderers,
forget it.
the murderers of Breonna, I'm never going to forget it. 169 days and the murderers of Breonna Taylor are still walking free. You want to know why we mad, son? You want to know why we mad?
I posted a picture about 2 weeks ago. One of the cops, he out there on the beach down in Florida.
One of the cops that killed George Floyd. We ain't gonna go into that too much, but he is asking for the plea to be vacated. He's asking for it to let's drop all the charges.
No.
For murder.
Okay.
You have to be super privileged to go with that, right? I think you should drop the charges. Why? Because I'm a cop and I'm white, but we're not gonna say that part. That part's underneath.
That part is, yeah, that's under the rug. So,
and mind you, all of my less melanated brothers and sisters, this is nothing.
This is not about
This is no offense to you. This is not about you. This is about the fact that someone could have this audacity to believe that a murder should go and we should just drop it.
let's just ignore it.
An attempted murder, like what happened to this gentleman in Wisconsin, we shouldn't care about that.
Right.
And this dude, Cal, who killed 2 people, talking about protecting somebody. So we don't get no premeditation. Let me tell you about black people knowing the law. Black people know the damn law. If they know anything else, black people know the law. Listen, I've had crackheads cite me law. Okay? We know the law. So you trying to tell me that this guy was able to be taken to jail and arrested peaceably? Now, again, I need y'all to really wrap your head around this. There's no black person out here that's saying, let the criminals go free.
No,
you ain't hearing that.
No.
If you break in my goddamn house, I'm calling the police on you.
Look here. It is a couple of the littles. The fuckity fucks is Joe Budden calling. That's saying, free my nigga. Free my nigga Tukey. No. I'm here to tell y'all right now.
I don't like criminals.
Listen.
I don't like criminals.
Listen.
Don't like criminals.
I'm here to tell you right now. No. Don't free Tukey.
Please don't.
If Tukey
did some shit,
let Tukey sit his ass down with her.
But give him what they promised in the Constitution. The right to a fair trial.
At least,
but it didn't mean us, though. My bad.
At least let Tukey go to court.
Right. No, it didn't mean us.
And if justice serves correct and Tukey then gets off, let Tukey get out of there. If this person, whoever it may be, actually goes through the process and they are released, let that happen. But if he did some shit, I am so down with sitting him down. You got to understand the history I come from. I don't need to go into my history. I speak it often of the Williams clan.
I'm not black. I'm OJ.
Okay.
Now, let me
go ahead, Spicy, before we get you out of here. I know I appreciate you hanging in there.
I'm about to get off the phone and let y'all get back to this topic, and I'm going to keep on listening. But let me explain something. At the end of the day, money talk, bullshit walk. It ain't what you know. It ain't what you know. It's who you know. Mm-hmm. You can have all the knowledge about the law all you want. Mm-hmm. You can have all the knowledge. You can even have the right people in your corner. Mm-hmm. If you wash my hand, I wash yours. Mm-hmm. That's the mentality they have. They don't care if you have video footage of your son not being aware of a situation, but just happen to be in a situation. Come on, D. Come on, y'all know as black men, no matter what, you're guilty. They don't want to hear anything else. When you go in front of these judges,
right,
you are guilty by the color of your skin. And I be telling my young black men this all the time. You are guilty. It's not you're guilty. You're guilty. They don't want to hear nothing else. All they trying to do is get them numbers. They trying to get that money. The more y'all young asses they can lock up, the more money the state get for y'all. And I be trying to let them know. But at the end of the day, until we, as black people, put our fucking pride aside, we still gonna always end up last. And that's the realest shit I can always say.
Okay.
Right now, bro, you know I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna keep on following.
Appreciate it, Spicy.
Before I go.
Thank you for your call.
Appreciate it. Women in the mic. Give a shout out to Spicy with Women in the mic.
Thank you, Spice.
But no, so what I want to do is, because we could make the rant about this particular topic
all day.
For all day. But let's go into the problem that we're left with. Because once again, we're allowing other people to dictate what happens to us, right?
Truth.
Why are we gonna be able to damn do this ourselves? Can we create our own Wakanda?
Listen,
because this is what happened. Circling back to the beginning of the show, for those just tuning in or watching, we appreciate y'all. Thank you for supporting Yale Radiocast. Call in 678-586-9241. Can we create our own Wakanda going off of the power and the energy we had behind Black Panther, that we don't have to fall victim to actually dealing with a system that's not built for us?
Listen, I have plenty of people on my friends list in Facebook world. You know, I'm a Facebooker. I'm a social worker or a social media worker. But I didn't know so many people were interested in starting their own candle company, their own scents, their own body scrubs, sisters selling jewelry. Shout out to Phoenix Adornments, my girl Ace Domina. Let me just tell you, she got some beautiful pieces. But I'm just saying, I don't see why we couldn't, because we could really get it together and we could really do some things as far as black people, community-wide. But what happened? How did we lose? How do we lose out on that? Or never mind. I don't want to talk about what we lost. Let's talk about how we can gain. on the back of the unfortunate loss or the untimely loss of our brother Chadwick Boseman. How can we really form this concept of Wakanda? Yes, we know. Those that are comic book heads, you know how this works. But those that are not, Wakanda is definitely a fictional place, but it could be a very real place.
Now, let me tell you something.
It could be a very real place.
Your boy Akon, and this is reported. Shout out to my crew from Rap Analytics. They reported this a few weeks ago. Akon is attempting to build his own envisionment of Wakanda in Africa.
Okay.
Akonda?
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 Listen, it's the spirit that we're talking about. It never mind the name. It's the spirit of it.
However, no, I'm not saying that's what he's calling it, but coincidentally, Akon, Wakanda, Akonda.
That works.
The whole ideology of something for us, our city, our community, our world.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? This is the problem. Like, we took that moment from a movie. You see how much just one thing energized us. A movie.
Listen.
Nothing in there was about death. Nothing in there was about slavery. Nothing in there was about a negative history with black people. We saw a positive moment to say, this is actually us.
It touched on all of that, but it did it from a different spin, though. It was from a different angle than what we're used to.
But what does it need to make it happen? Because what happened is we reverted to American ideologies that has created our mental separation between the men and the women.
2020 happened.
No, because that movie came out in 2019, and we both agreed. We both agreed that months after that we was back to our normals.
Truth.
You know what I'm saying? So we can't call in 678-586-9241. What do you think we need as a people to actually build, and not necessarily a Wakanda, but actually community togetherness within the black community is what I want to know.
How can we get away from the divisiveness that appears between us? How can we bring ourselves together?
What so upset me, and it was just coincidental how these things came back to back up behind Chadwick's passing, and right before that, me seeing a post about women saying, I'm tired of black men. Just a year ago at a movie theater, we was all for each other.
We loved each other.
We loved each other. What happened?
Man, listen.
Look.
678-586-9241. That's again 678-586-9241. Do women hate black men? Do black men hate black women? How can we get back to that state of mind of Wakanda forever, y'all? How do we get back there?
Can we make a Wakanda, or wherever you want to put it at? It doesn't have to be in Africa. Once again, you just said it's the mindset. If you look in that movie, look at the position that the men played. Look at the position that the women played. The women, I'm calling it out, was stronger than the men. Is that not reality?
That's reality.
Listen here. We're saying it right here at the Mirror Review. Women, we know y'all stronger than us.
We know y'all running it.
We know y'all running it, okay? I just be poking fun at y'all little emotions because y'all get mad about it.
You gonna stop that.
No, but for real, in actuality, you know what I'm saying, we just poke fun at the imbalances that we have and the differences that we see things as men versus women. We damn well, women, know we need y'all.
Absolutely need you, black woman. Absolutely know we need you.
Look here, man. I couldn't do half the shit I'm doing here.
You wouldn't be here without a black woman. Let's keep it 100. All the way 100. Without a black woman, you wouldn't even be here.
I was raised by black women.
Hello.
The men in my life either left my life early
or didn't come in until later
due to health issues.
Yes, which we'll get into.
We're going to get into, or they just wasn't there.
Right.
The one constant in my life was a black woman.
Always.
And now this goes into the differences, and this is what upsets me about the shit I see, right? I saw all the hurt that my mom, my sisters, my aunts, my cousins, my nieces, my homegirls went through dealing with men. And this is where it tires me.
Man, listen
because what has happened is Men hurt us, we don't want men. And I swear, I seen the worst of the worst. I don't want to put it out there. I seen abuse.
Right.
I've seen what happened when something happened to my sister, and it was put in the actual news. It was in the news. It was in the Pensacola News Journal what happened to my sister.
Right.
Don't think I don't understand.
You absolutely understand.
By men. Okay?
Broken men.
I seen what happened when I roll up and cops is there. I get it. But one thing I never heard from that woman that happened to, I'm tired of men. I hate men.
You hate that man.
Men don't love me.
That man don't love you.
That's a part of the rebuild that we need, okay?
Yes.
We need what form of understanding that this one person, man or woman, because I've been screwed over by women as well, but I'd be damned if what a person, a woman may have did to me affects what I think about the woman that I have in my life.
Right.
Or what a woman that ain't even in my life might be like.
They say people are people, right?
People are people. Everybody has a mistake. Let me go real. Just because somebody is a fuck boy or fuck girl right now doesn't mean that they're going to be that person 2 years from now, 4 years from now, 10 minutes from now. That's the problem. We are not allowing people to grow. We are holding people to such a standard that we can't see past them to say, okay, I see you're making a mistake. Let me help you get past that mistake. This is what I feel is needed.
The fucked up part about it, and this is what I think, is we get mixed messages. We hear a leopard can't change his spots, and we internalize that shit. A leopard can't change his spots. Well, that's not necessarily the case. I mean, listen. My 22-year-old self versus my 48-year-old self. As 48, I'd probably hit that nigga in the jaw. Get it together. You will. I know you're going to get it together because here's where we are. But, again, we should allow for that growth. Yeah. We should allow for that to happen. We should allow for that rehabilitation. But we can't get there.
Oh, hold up. I just had a comment online. Shout out to Ashley Larkin.
We getting calls in here now. Wait a minute.
This is Yale Radiocast, the Mayor Review. Thank you for calling in. Who do we have on the line?
This is Ashley Larkin.
Ashley, I was just about to mention your comment that I am reading online right now. How are you doing, ma'am?
I am great. How y'all doing?
We hanging in there, mama. We fighting 2020.
Man.
Shit.
Ooh.
Help us out.
Lord.
Help us out. Shit.
So
what do you got?
I just feel like everybody is an individual.
True.
And we need to individualize people more. So I'm sorry, I was just doing something.
Go ahead.
So it's not man versus woman. We got to know that it's some women that can't be trusted and it's some men that can't be trusted. It's great women and it's great men.
Agreed.
So we have to learn to individualize people and quit making it be men versus women.
Thank you.
You are correct.
Because I got awesome men around me, awesome women, and it's women who I don't want around me, and it's men I don't want around.
Right.
Correct. Because I've never heard anybody say, and I ain't trying to cut you off, I've never heard anybody say, because we had Martin Luther King or Brother Malcolm X, all black men are in the world to save us.
Right.
Are in the world. I've never heard that. But when somebody does something wrong, oh man, black men ain't shit.
Exactly.
Come on now.
Exactly. Everybody receives but then we get upset when white people do it. So when we go outside and we get judged based on just appearance, and that happens for me regularly.
Really?
In general, being a darker skinned woman, being a certain build, that's just normal for me. But I love it because then I get the chance to not only introduce you to me, but then show you something different.
Right.
I've had plenty of interviews, and I had people just stare at me, just staring, like, because they don't expect. One, when you hear my name, you hear Ashley Larkin, you call me, then I show up. But then I'm still able to talk to you on these levels, but I've seen people literally jaw drop because they just wasn't expecting to receive me one, in how I'm packaged, how I'm coming, but then with what I got to say on top of me still being a certain age.
Right.
So it's a lot of judgment based on all of those things. And I told my mama when I was young, my mama told me, you got 3 things against you. She said, you are a woman, you are black, and you are a certain weight. And I remember feeling a way, but I'm like, would I be who I am and have what I am now had she not told me that? Because when somebody else mentions those things, it's nothing now. You know what I'm saying? Because she told me that first. So we definitely need to individualize people and not base anything off of face value.
Right.
The biggest pedophiles be the loudest one in the room. It never be that creepy guy you like, he quiet. Why are you talking? Why you so like it never be
you never
everybody
know.
Be side-eyeing him.
You be surprised like I didn't think it was Jeff.
Right. Jeff of all people. Like Jeff. He loves the kids.
Yeah,
and literally
sure
Jeff was loving the
be
kids.
The friendliest one in it. He played SpongeBob 4 years in a row. It'd be that guy.
I'm from Chicago. John Wayne Gacy was a clown. We ain't gonna go into that though. He was a clown. All the kids in the neighborhood loved him, but he was burying bodies in the yard. Okay.
So Ashley, let me ask you this, and I know you kind of like gave that. If we were gonna actually put together a Wakanda, a world for us, a city for us, a community for us, a country for us. What would you bring to the table? What would you say if we was to put it in a basket? What would you put in that basket?
Give us
to say
one thing.
One thing to say this is what we need to actually start with.
I would definitely want to start with definitely being choosy about who we allow because all skin folk ain't kin, so everybody don't have the same mind.
Say that one more time. Ashley said, in case y'all didn't hear it.
You can't just come to our Wakanda because you black.
Because you black.
You can't just do that.
Let me hold on, Ashley. Let me just go ahead and put that out there for the folk that ain't listening. You should be listening. Go ahead and go to YaleRadiocast.com to hear the full hear the fullness of Ashley's statement. But just for y'all that's watching online, all skin folk ain't kinfolk.
No,
you can't just come just because you got the skin color.
What Ashley has just said, for those who are listening in on the live and not tuning in, basically everybody can't go.
Everybody can't go. Some folk ain't allowed.
We gotta be okay with that first. We have to be okay with that first. Everybody can't go.
You know, some people are not going to actually get on this boat.
That's it.
Not the bad boat.
Not the bad boat.
But the good boat, the fun boat, the cruise ship.
The cruise ship. The booze cruise.
The booze cruise.
Everybody can't go.
We taking the booze cruise.
Everybody can't go. Everybody can't go.
So I appreciate that because everybody feels like
just because.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, yes. you have to. If we gonna build, it has to be valuable people.
Yes.
It has to be somebody. Everybody has to contribute, and your contribution is not going to be as big as others, but as long as you know what you contribute,
you have to be a contributing factor to the future of Yale Conda.
Yeah. Yale Conda.
Yale Conda. We doing it.
Lord.
Yale Conda.
I can already see.
I'm doing it. Yale Conda.
I'm going to have to killmonger that thing.
It's a whole hashtag.
I'm going to have to killmonger that thing.
It's a whole hashtag.
It's a whole hashtag. Yale Conda.
Yale Conda.
Lord have mercy.
Thank you, Ashley, for calling in. I appreciate your insight and your
input. Thank y'all. I will be listening.
Yes.
Okay. Keep listening, baby. Thank you so much. Yale Radiocast, thank you for definitely tuning in again.
Everybody keep on calling in. I know we missed a couple of calls. Listen, we can only take the calls one at a time. 678-586-9241. What we are discussing is behind the
tragic loss
of Chadwick Boseman and the energy that we had in that moment behind Black Panther as a unit, as a family.
Yeah,
as a community,
we was together.
We was together, if only for one night.
Or a few weeks, or a couple of months.
Is Wakanda, Yale Conda,
possible?
Yeah,
is Yale Conda is possible, I think. But y'all call in 678-586-9241.
What would you add on to the pot? What we We have a hand raised here.
We got a special in studio person taking over.
Taking over.
What do you think, ma'am? What do you think, ma'am?
Watch how I do this. We got to do this right.
Yep.
We got to do this right. Bam. This is how we introduce everybody.
See, first of all, she got on a Black Panther shirt. Put that.
Oh no, she's in with the Black Panther Party as well. She's in with the Black Panther Party as well.
Put that thing in your mouth, girl. And say what you got to say.
The microphone. Mrs. Phoenix is in the building. She's been handling the microphone duties. Everybody, I know everybody knows Miss Phoenix as to be my backbone. Shout out to her.
Right on.
So my thing is, I think, and I know us Black people as a community don't want to hear this, but we are going to need the others, the white people, to also come in and give contributions, whether it's monetarily, mentally, their ideas, their marketing strategies, whatever it is, we're going to need them.
Well, that's why we got Josh the intern starting out as a contributing factor in Yale Conda.
What do we need
I was already on top of it.
We're going to need... I don't even want to say the older ones. I want to say the younger generations, because that right now is what's really running things. These riots are being held by the 21 to maybe, the younger, like that 21 to 30-year-olds. Yes. They are the ones that are out there doing the rioting, doing the protesting, doing all of that. So, and
they're ready for something to change.
They're ready for something to change. Okay. So, and we see them on the front lines. We see, our Black kids. We see the younger, less melanated kids out there. We see them all out there protesting. And it's going to take for all of us, literally, for something to really change and happen, all of us collectively
so you thinking people
come together. And I'm saying people. Like I said, hey, Black Power, I love y'all. I love my Black kings, queens, sisters. I love y'all all. My daughter is less melanated. So, of course, I have the love for everyone. Okay. But it's going to take everyone.
Well, I don't know, because I'm going to say, because, y'all also know, unless y'all been under a rock, the RNC went off this week, and Herschel Walker's son said Black people are more racist than white people.
Now, I will say we are amongst us.
No, I don't think we racist.
I think
we're biased.
Let me rephrase that, because you're right. Black people cannot be racist.
We can be biased.
We can be biased, and we can be very
look at what you
judgmental.
got.
We can be very judgmental.
Hold that thought, Phoenix.
Oh man, we still getting calls. Yale Radiocast, the male review. We are talking about building a Wakanda, Yale Conda, your Conda, whatever it is. Our Conda. Who do we have on the line?
Hi, this is Trace.
Trace! How you doing, Trace? Hey!
I'm good. How about you guys?
We are good in 2020 currently with everything going on, Mama. How you doing?
I'm good. I just kind of wanted to add a little bit of something. And, of course, I'm a little bit older.
Okay.
But in my years of growing up, one of the hardest things I've ever had to deal with was the fact of experiencing racial discrimination within my own race.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's exactly what our Phoenix was actually saying.
There is colorism. That is true.
There is colorism. So tell me, what was your experiences with the racism and this discrepancies that you was experiencing?
Well, having lighter complexion, having a lighter complexion, different eye color, different hair texture.
Okay.
I was always prejudged. It's first and foremost within my own race, amongst my own people. I was looked at by the guys as, unapproachable. I was looked upon by the women as, oh, she thinks she's this, she thinks she's that. And I'm one of the most down-to-earth people you would ever meet, because the one heart, love for everyone. And I don't understand how we as a Black people talk about Black Lives Matter, Black unity, Black this, Black that, but the first person that we prejudge is that within our own race.
True.
And that hurts.
True. It does.
That hurts.
It does.
It's a learned behavior, though. It's a learned behavior.
It is. Very much so. It is very much learned behavior. And I'll share a story of my my uncle and my aunt. My uncle was dark-skinned. My aunt, extremely light-skinned. She looked white. And back in the 30s and the 40s,
when he would take his own wife out to go anywhere, she would lie in the back seat of the car to keep from being pulled over by the police.
Wow. Say that again, just
Yes.
for those who might have missed that.
Back in the 30s and 40s, my aunt and my uncle, both black, but my uncle was of dark complexion. My aunt was extremely fair complected. In West Helena, Arkansas, they had to ride with my aunt seated in the back seat just to go to the store.
That's deep.
That is deep. So
So they
basically,
wouldn't be pulled over by the police.
Right.
Because if they saw my aunt sitting in the front seat of the car,
They would
they
assume
probably
that
would have killed my uncle.
yeah.
right.
Let me just for those of you who are not tuned in to YaleRadiocast.com, who are not listening to the show, just let me just go ahead and put into your existence, your understanding. She's stating that back in the 30s and 40s, her aunt and uncle, her uncle being darker skinned, her aunt being lighter skinned, she had to ride in the back of the car to prevent them from getting any static from law enforcement.
Right.
So just know that colorism exists absolutely in our
That
community.
is correct. But that's some of the stuff that we don't even discuss. We just know we're slaves, and we
That's
don't
it.
really know the fights, all the fights that we went through just to make it.
Correct.
Just to survive.
Correct.
Ms. Trees, continue with what you were saying. You were saying that there is some kind of actually internal racism that may be within our community. How do you think we fix that?
We first of all need to embrace and understand our race comes in. So we are the only race that comes in such a variety of different hues.
True.
We can go from the fairest complexion to the darkest complexion.
Correct.
Why is there a difference? Why are people of lighter complexion considered to be this or that? Why are we prejudged? Why are our darker skinned brothers prejudged? It's a prejudgment on both sides of the scale.
Right.
If you are of you're of a darker complexion, oh, you're the bad guy.
True.
But we do this within ourselves.
We do
And
this in ourselves.
That is where the root starts from.
Okay.
It starts with us. And this learned behavior was taught to us. And all we're doing is amplifying it by having racial discrimination within our own race, which is only perpetuated by people of other races. We've got to learn how to get back to our roots. If we don't get back to our roots, we will never, ever grow.
Agreed.
A seed starts with a root. If that root is not firmly planted, nurtured, watered, and raised in the right environment, it will never manifest into fruition, and we will never be able to have a full harvest until we learn how to live amongst ourselves as people first before we can start embracing others to love us.
Right.
How can you expect anybody to love you if you don't love yourself?
Look, I agree with that wholeheartedly. I think that is something that we truly need to start with. Because we see these jokes that happen online, and the black versus white thing. You notice I really don't participate in that, Mark.
Yeah.
I really don't participate in those because I have always, for the most part, seen us, as you were saying, we are all different shades of the same people. Whether it's lighter,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I myself call myself a Bronzonian. I would assume, since you're saying you're a lighter complexion, you're from Wakanda. You're from Wakanda.
Wakanda.
You know what I'm saying?
Mark L is definitely Wakanda.
Oh, no.
Wakanda deep. I'm from the coal mines of Wakanda.
No, you Polyconda. Yes.
Look, y'all don't want to go into that. We're gonna do that.
That's a whole other show.
Mark L after dark, y'all. Stay tuned.
But I have always thought, what is the big deal when we are all actually the same people, and we all actually still, no matter the lightness or the darkness, aside of what you just gave in your story, suffer the same consequences.
Yeah, we do.
You know, so I think that is something. Is that what you would add to the pot of Wakanda if we were starting a community of something that we would have to fix, or what we would have to add to the pot?
I'm sorry, repeat that. You were kind of breaking up.
Okay, so basically I was asking, in building this new world, this new Wakanda, this new community that is for us, is that what you would put into the hat to say this is what we need?
It is definitely something we need to do. We've got to learn to love each other and build and grow together, because as long as we're constantly fighting each other over stupid stuff that has been instilled in us, I mean, where will we go? What direction do we have?
Correct. Well, we will put that in the pot as well, man. We thank you for calling in. Love you. We appreciate your point of view. That is much needed. We're going to add that, and we're going to work on this. This is 2020, but we're going to make it out, and we're going to be all right, okay?
All right, y'all.
All right. Well, thank you for having me on the show.
Absolutely.
No, thank you for calling us and supporting us.
Absolutely. And y'all, 678-586. Absolutely, you too. 678-586-9241. Call in and tell us, man, what would you put in a new age Wakanda today? What would you put in? What do you think we need in order to get that energy back and take care of us? We're going to take a brief break. We're going to come back. Definitely call us. Definitely give us your calls. We definitely appreciate the calls that we've had. But we still here, y'all. We still here. The Mail Review, Yale Radiocast. Get the business. It's the gold standard.
Go to YaleRadiocast.com while we are on break. Enjoy the advertisement, because we might have something you need.
Absolutely.
YaleRadiocast.com. Check back on the live feed in about 2 and 2. Ain't that what they say?
That's what they say, about 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
This is Wakanda, so it might be like 4.
Yeah, 4 and 4.
Might be 4 and 4. 4 for 4.
No,
4 for 4.
6 and 9.
6 and 9. Oh, wait a minute. That's a marker after dark. So we'll come back to that. We're gonna have that in Yale Conda. We'll be right back, y'all. Stay tuned.
God-loving textiles, point blank death smiles, Steph Curry projectiles.
Your Radiocast, the gold standard of online radio. We already bring you all music all day, with this one for my hip-hop heads right here. Check us out for lyrical exercise. You already know how we bring it. Old school hip-hop, new school hip-hop, from the East Coast to the West Coast to down south and even international. We bringing you all bars all day. Hip-hop ain't dead. It's right here on Yale Radiocast.
Yeah, demolished because I've been at this. I've always been this advanced, and it started so female rappers.
This one goes out to the independent artists. If you can't get any airplay, you're not getting the promotion that you feel you need, and you need a buzz, holler at us at Yale Radiocast. Select one of our multiple packages if you are an artist or if you're a manager of an artist. Register your music directly on our website, YaleRadiocast.com, and we can have you on the air within 48 hours. Once again, Yale Radiocast, doing it for the independent artists because we support independent artists. You already know what it is. Get you a buzz, the motto, get the business. YaleRadiocast.com, Yale Entertainment. This is the movement. Yale Conda.
Let's go.
Is that happening?
It can happen. It can happen.
Can that happen?
Can we have the Markel After Dark neighborhood though? I'm just saying.
I don't know.
Don't come over there if you don't mean to be over there. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
Who all over there is a good question.
I don't know if.
Yeah, listen. Listen, y'all.
Don't trust them noon.
Hey, listen, y'all. Yale Conda could happen, y'all. We got to come up with the right combination of things to put in Yale Conda in order to make it happen. Let's pull us together, y'all. Let's stop this fighting and infighting and stuff that's going on. But also, brother, I got to say, again, since we talking about Yale Conda, the Wakanda, and we all know, shout out to those that were affected by Brother Chadwick Boseman's untimely passing yesterday. The man was a genius. We enjoyed him a lot. On the backs of that, on the backs of talking about how we can get this community to show right, let's talk a little bit about how we actually came to this. Let's talk a little bit about black health. Let's talk about being healthy, man. I mean, at the end of the day, one of the things that we need to pay attention to is the fact that black health we are in trouble, man.
Right.
If it's not stress and hypertension, if it's strokes, heart attacks, it's all kind of things. I mean, and then you just throw COVID on top of it in 2020.
And here comes this raggedy COVID.
And COVID just man, it's just killing us off, man. One of the things I just wanted to talk about, definitely that comes into effect, is there are ways that colorectal cancer can be diagnosed quickly and can also definitely be fought. It can definitely be prevented. There's a lot of different things. One of the things I was able to locate in this conversation, because of course, once we lose someone, we definitely want to investigate. Black folks are investigators by nature. Right. We can't help it. Right. Shout out to all my people that like to watch them investigating shows. See what I'm saying? Bones and Lucifer. Anyway, but one of the things I did find is from the National Foundation for Cancer Research that talks about colorectal cancer, which is, of course, what we lost Brother Boseman to. He was battling it for 4 years. So definitely shout out goes to anyone who has dealt with that or has been affected by any cancer of any type. But I definitely want to talk about this colorectal or colon cancer. One of the 9 things I see here is that with regular screenings, colorectal cancer is preventable. It saves lives. In many cases, a screening can prevent colorectal cancer by finding and removing polyps before they turn into actual cancer. Screening also helps find colorectal cancer at an early stage when treatment is most effective. Studies show that regular screening could prevent 1/3 of colorectal cancer deaths in the U.S. The 5-year survival rate is 90% if detected early. Now,
that's sad.
That is a sad thing that, this is something that can be fought. But here's the kicker. Here's the dilemma. Especially, I'm talking to you black men out there. I'm talking to all of us. I'm talking to all the black men out there. I'm definitely talking to black people for getting those screenings. But traditionally, from what I've heard, and I'm just going to use hearsay here, black men don't like to go to the doctor because I'm going to tell you what I think. We don't like to go to the doctor because it shows weakness in us. I think we have a problem with showing that sensitivity.
Right.
Showing that we care for ourselves and we care for health. And I understand, black man, trust me, being a father, being a husband and now an ex-husband, being a boyfriend, I understand the need for us to want to take care of those around us. We want to be the ruler of the world that we surround. We definitely want to be the king. Let's go ahead and use that. I know we got negative meanings and connotations attached to it online, but let me just tell you how we think. And this is from my point of view. So trust and believe. This is the male review. I'm finna review it. We want to be the king of all we see around us, and we want to control, and we want to be sure that we provide for everybody, but we got to take care of ourselves. And so when we look at something like this, not to say that the brother wasn't fighting it, but when you got something that with regular screenings it can be preventable, there's 2 ways that I know of that you can go ahead and get a screening. One way is through a blood test. You can go to your doctor, You can go get a blood test. They can tell you whether or not they're seeing anything that's abnormal. The other way, black man, and let's just keep it funky, literally, the doctor is going to have to insert their digit into your anal cavity in order to check your prostate. Now, I mean, we all know how our community feels about, let's call it, things that we deem as unnatural. One of those things with black males is they don't want nobody putting nothing up their butt. Now again, I understand. I'm 48 years of age. I did go and get my prostate checked. It was nothing.
When did you do it?
I did it. I think I was 45 the first time I did it. Mm-hmm. And the reason I did it is because, and this is another one of those factors, is that if you have cancer in your family history, that's like the number 5 on the list. People with a first degree relative, a parent, sibling, or offspring who has colorectal cancer or any types of cancer, 2 to 3 times you'll have the risk of developing the disease. So the earlier you get checked, the better off you do. And because my mother passed away from having a tumor, and because my father passed away from emphysema, and I know those of you who know me out there know that I smoke Newports, so I'm pretty sure y'all are cussing at the screen or cussing at the radio right now. I am dead in the center. I am like right there in the crosshairs. So yes, I absolutely, when it was time, they were like, you got a history of cancer in your family, you need to get checked. Now, I'm not going to say it was wine and roses. Did nobody nobody gave me a lollipop or nothing. I just, hey, this is something I need to do. Mm-hmm. But black men, listen to me out here. A lot of this stuff can be avoided if you just take your ass to the doctor and get checked out. There's no shame in that.
Right.
What you think, brother?
I'm gonna tell you what it is.
What is it?
It's two different situations.
Okay.
Us as a community are financially strapped.
That is also a factor. I agree.
Now that's the more minor issue to me, because everybody don't got life insurance, money, Mm-hmm. That's the minor excuse. That's the word I'm using.
That's the easiest one.
Excuse.
It's the gimme, the softball.
Yeah. The real deal is the male ego.
Oh, that's a big one.
I said earlier that the male ego, the women are stronger.
Yeah.
We're a little fragile.
Yeah.
Now it's not necessarily only about what we deem as should be or shouldn't be going in that region.
Yeah.
More so than the fact of finding out that we are vulnerable.
Yeah.
That we may be wrong. Mm. What happens to me now if this does find out I have this?
Right.
Because
what does that mean to you?
What does that mean to me? What does that mean to my family?
Right.
I gotta hold everything down.
Right.
This is all ego based.
Yeah. I can see that.
You know what I'm saying? If we find out I got this or I got that, a few things happen.
Yeah.
I have to fall back, let somebody else run the show. If it is that, serious where I cannot be in a leading position. Mm-hmm. Number 2 is the I told you so part. Mm. How many times can us as men take the I told you so?
Well, listen, I want to live, brother.
Yeah, but the ego is fragile.
The ego is fragile. It's the biggest thing in the universe and made of the thinnest substance ever.
Right.
Gossamer.
Right. So us as military men,
yes, sir,
we're taught to just keep it moving,
fight through it,
suck it up and drive on is what we're told to do. If you can feel this pain in here and as a man it's something, I could deal with it. I'm a man. I'ma fight it. I'll get past it. Right now, what's important to me as a man is going to work.
Right. And if you can't do that,
if I cannot go to work. Oh, whoa. I can't provide for this household. See, the male, let me show you the male ego and the downward spiral.
It's definitely downward,
if
bro.
I can't go to work, I can't provide for the household.
Right.
Because everybody doesn't get the backstory. They just see the outside of the house.
Right.
If I can't provide for my family, what type of man am I?
Am I a man?
Am I a man?
Right. I feel you.
The male ego is fragile.
Yes.
So we
Huge, but fragile.
We only see the repercussions, and we don't think people will understand what we will deal with in that situation. Because as we see in the Jacob incident right now, as we see in numerous cases, society isn't kind to black men when we're hurting.
No,
society isn't kind to black men when we're struggling.
Right.
Society isn't kind to black men on the things that black men have to deal with.
Correct.
Very, very possibly at times understanding with women, maybe. We're very understanding with the single woman plight. Mm-hmm. At times, not all the time. Mm-hmm. But name me in one instance where we say, take it easy on that black man. Because he's a black man. You know what I'm saying? The second we are not able to work, we are less than a man. And that is a generational thing that we got to deal with.
A societal thing.
A societal thing. Mm-hmm. We are taught from the time that, look, let me give you a story. Shout out to my son that's online, Devin Williams.
D-Dub.
I took him to work with me one day. This was when I was working at the Sheraton.
Okay.
He was 11 years old, maybe 12.
Okay.
You know, I took him to work with me. You know what I'm saying? And the ladies thought little Devin was so cute. Oh my God. You know, they do the little old lady flirting with the kid. Oh, well, I'm like 30 and you at 12 now. So in about 8 years, you're going to be 20 and I'm going to be 38. So we still good to go. What you going to be doing when you get about 20? I didn't say nothing. My son said, I'm going to be working.
Okay, then.
He already has in his mind at 12.
He need to work.
I need to work.
Right.
See what I'm saying? This is my son. I'm witnessing this. We already have it embedded in our mind. We ain't talking about F-boys. We ain't talking about the ones that don't want to. We ain't talking about these street niggas who scared to work. I'm talking about the boys who are raised to be men.
Correct.
We know one thing. We got to work and we can't let none get in the way of that.
If you don't work, you don't eat.
And if you don't eat, you don't sleep. See what I'm saying? So it's a whole...
It's a cycle.
It's a cycle.
Mm-hmm. It is.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think it is, along with everything you said as well. So,
but you gotta be healthy to get to work.
That's
a man. That's the conundrum.
I'm a man. I'm strong enough.
Man, some things Anderson ain't gonna help. I said shout out to Anderson. Y'all ain't seen no Anderson in about 30 years. But that's just telling on my age.
Look here,
because I think
my hands
told me.
My hands are working, ain't they?
Hey, listen.
My legs are working, ain't they?
Yes.
Okay, I'm good.
Nah, brother.
My arms is working.
Listen, y'all.
I woke up. I'm good.
Yeah, nah.
I ain't got no time.
No.
I ain't got no time for colon.
It don't.
I ain't got no time for COVID. I ain't got no time for cancer.
It don't cost you.
I ain't got no time for this.
It don't cost
Look
you.
Look here, because the second I don't, it's gonna be looking at Darling, you're the man.
Right.
I'm telling you the ego mindset.
I got you. 100%. I agree. That is the ego. But we gotta let that go, man.
We got to let that go. What we need, this is what another thing we're putting in the Wakanda pot.
Yeah.
Is ego check.
Yeah. Because
checking the mail.
Absolutely checking the mail. Brothers, you know if you up there. You know if you definitely are in a family that has cancer running rampant. And it's one of the biggest killers out here, y'all. I mean, I'm saying cancer. I'm thinking, but you know what? 2020 sneaking up on cancer. Ain't that a bitch? But I digress. But y'all know cancer is that killer.
What's your sign again?
I'm a Cancer.
I'm sorry for you, man.
It's a killer. But my shenanigans to the side. As a person who comes from a family who definitely has cancer rampant.
My mama was a cancer.
See, this is what I'm talking about. As families, as people who definitely, I'm pretty sure there's not a single person out there who's watching or listening who has not been touched by some cancer or another. And you know, the degree of separation, how close they were to you, mother, father, brother, great uncle, great grandmother, someone like that, means that being the best word to put is being vigilant about your health.
Right.
It's important. Black man even more so. So you want to hold on to that big ego that you take care of everybody. How about you make sure you take care of everybody?
Right.
Including your body.
I got a question. Do we have any symptoms for colon cancer?
As far as we know, let me just take a look here and see.
Mayor Review, we like to give facts.
We do like to give
facts.
facts.
We're speaking from personal opinions and personal experiences, but we want to always give some people something to take with them.
Okay. So number 3 on that list that we were just talking about, there are some warning signs, but not early warning signs. So like lung cancer and cervical cancer, colorectal cancer can be hard to detect in its earliest stage. Symptoms can include a change in bowel habits, blood in the stool, diarrhea, constipation, or feeling that the bowel does not empty all the way, frequent gas pains, bloating, fullness, or cramps, weight loss for no unknown reason, random nausea, tiredness, vomiting. If you experience any of these symptoms, contact your doctor right away. Now, again, I probably go through most of that in a week. But recognize the patterns. I know for a fact. You know, look, we gonna keep it 100, family.
We gonna keep it 100 done.
I'm keep it 100 done. Okay, I'm regular. I know when I get up in the morning, it's on and popping. Even before the first cup of coffee, I know it's on and popping. And if something don't happen in the morning, I'm worried. Because I'm going, that's not right. Because, boy, I'm loose as a goose. Let me just leave it like that. I'm ready. Listen, people are jealous of my system of elimination. Because, trust me, my mother and my grandmother told me at a young age, you should go to the bathroom as many times as you eat.
Right.
That was the theory. So if I eat 3 a day, I should go 3 times.
Guess what Dollar don't do?
Eat?
Oh.
You don't go?
That boy eats.
You eat, but you don't go.
I don't go.
Interesting.
I don't go.
Interesting.
I don't go.
Well,
but
is that abnormal? See, and this is what we're talking about right now. So when
it's
we
been my
talk
thing
about
my
early
whole
morning-
life.
Okay.
It ain't like I'm just holding it in.
Okay, this is just you. This is you.
Yeah.
Okay. So now,
but you know what though?
What if you suddenly got diarrhea all of a sudden?
Oh no, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is my goal for that.
Yeah.
The number 2.
Yeah.
Ain't off.
Dropping the deuce.
You know what I'm saying? I got proof right here. Like
letting the kids off at the pool.
I ain't. Yeah. She don't see me. Hey baby, how you doing? And I walk past her. I gotta go. It's very rare.
Okay.
She was testament to it. Like I don't know, and the
But
older I got,
as long as it's not abnormal for you.
But the thing is, just because it's not abnormal for me doesn't mean it's abnormal, because I feel like, hey, everybody else around me be doing this a lot, and I'm not.
Right.
So what's going on with me?
Well, that's
is
the
my
thing.
digestive system as a Bronzonian that immaculate? That
is that the case? But that's the point. When you recognize something, listen, we all should recognize some pattern. You know when you don't quite feel right. Everybody should know. We should be able to slow down long enough to listen to our bodies.
Right.
To be able to say,
that's been me.
That's not right. I need to go to the doctor. And don't try to fight through the pain, coach. You ain't gonna win no trophy for dying because you suffered so long. Right. I don't think so. I ain't never had nobody come back and tell me. But my point being is, if you know something is wrong, right, go check it out.
Man, I need y'all to call in.
Yes.
678-586-9241. Tell us about your health concerns. We got like about 20 minutes left.
Yeah, man.
I want to know about your health concerns. If you had any stories about, hey, I experienced this and I ignored it.
Wow.
And this was the repercussions of it, of my ignorance as a man, and why.
Yeah.
See, this is what we need to get to. We know we all have some things that we do right and wrong, but we never get down to the why to get to the resolution of the issue to say, I just want to show you something, other person who haven't experienced this.
Right.
that you can learn from.
Yeah.
That you could take with you because it happened to me.
Right.
I'm going through it. And this may be what's going on with you, and not necessarily health-wise, relationship-wise, personal-wise, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we got a little bit of time left on the Radiocast, man. Call in 678-586-9241. What we are talking about is rebuilding Wakanda, or actually building Wakanda.
Yes.
Behind the death of Chadwick Boseman. Rest in peace.
And we on the healthy side now.
And we on the healthy side.
We want us to live long, fruitful lives.
You know, so now we got to deal with, we lost Black Panther.
Yes. To something that could have been avoided.
A man that in our mind was a very strong young man.
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna tell you something, man. Look at what that man did while he was going through that.
Right.
He was still putting out movies.
Still putting them out.
Not just random. No. Okay, my bad. Thought we was getting called in. But if you look at his actions through that, because he was fighting this for 4 years.
Right.
We saw the weight loss, the weight change, the appearance change.
Yeah.
And we didn't know what it was. And once again, this holds case in point to what I was saying. He knew what he was going through.
Correct.
But he felt like, I still have to provide for my family.
That's us.
And this man put out some banging movies.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? In the past 4 years, the what's that? The 21 bridges.
21 bridges.
And something about message, some type of king.
Message for
the king. That actually popped up in my news. Netflix.
That was a good movie.
That's a good one.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So was James Brown. Get on up.
I haven't watched James Brown's.
That one is good.
Yeah,
but
and 42, we was
42 was
Robinson.
great. That was way before Panther.
Yeah, it was, and I want to see the one where he played Thurgood Marshall.
Yeah,
too.
so that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? We still, as men, have to fight.
Yeah.
So I know, building Wakanda, men got to be a little stronger than what we are. I know we got to take on a lot more responsibility for ourselves and for our own actions.
If I'm not here, what's gonna happen?
Phoenix, go ahead, ma'am.
The Phoenix.
So,
rises.
as a black woman, I do have a question because, of course, I have black fathers and grandfathers. Why don't black men take a more initiative in getting their health checked? You know, colon cancer, prostate cancer, things of that nature. Like, I know my grandfather, before he passed, he was, like you said, adamant. He really wasn't one for going to the doctor.
Right.
And as he got older, it changed as he got older.
Well, yeah, he started getting forced to do that.
Exactly. As he got older, it forced. But like you said, you guys are in your 40s and stuff. What is it about going to get those? Basically being proactive about your health.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier. It's more so about ego based. We don't want to because we financially don't have it.
Yeah.
Number two is we don't want to know we have it because the second that we know we don't have it,
life has to change.
Life has to change for us. You know what I'm saying?
And my thing.
Are you going to take, Phoenix, are you really going to take, if we found out Dylan had something and I have to sit down?
Right.
Are you ready to take on everything because I can't?
I would have to. It's not, for me, like you said, women are stronger. So for me, it would just come second nature.
Right.
It was just, okay.
But a lot of people
aren't. But as second nature for me, if he's incapacitated or he has to, step away from work or whatever.
You're gonna pick up the mantle.
I gotta step up.
But see, that goes into. Go ahead.
But the problem is, a lot of people don't feel that way. A lot of men may feel like two things. I'm in the position and my woman should not have to do this. Not misogyny, but patriarchy.
We got control issues.
Patriarchy. Well, not necessarily that we got control issues. Sometimes we feel this is placed upon us and we don't want it.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So everything we're talking about what patriarchy has created for us, not necessarily what we've created for ourselves.
Right.
So sometimes we're like, but this is my job though.
This is what I'm supposed
to do though.
Right.
So forget that chick. My job is to hold this down, whether I can and I can't, and I got to do that till my dying days.
Right.
I got to fall on that sword with what I am responsible for doing.
So is that kind of self-imposed, or for you guys? Because I know me as a woman, I don't think, and please correct me if I'm wrong, we on national air, so I'll let you do this. Is that self-imposed, or is that something that you feel black women put
Both, because what black women has got, not from what they created, they learned this from the same situation that society created. We didn't create this system. We didn't create this mindset. They did. And they have placed this upon y'all and upon us.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
If you're
that's
not
why
providing, then you worthless.
That's why we're talking about building the Wakanda. Because if we look at the movie, once again, the women were just as strong as the men. They had a back. Man, you move, I got this.
Right.
With your weak, soft back. Yeah. You need your little suit. You need your little black suit. Move, I got this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That had nothing to do with patriarchy. That had something to do with, I gotta support this man.
Right.
He needs me right now.
Correct.
Now, what has been created is women have that certain mindset that you're supposed to do this, and they pound us with it every day that we're scared to fail. What has happened?
Scared to fail? What's
yes.
fail?
The second that a man fails,
Man.
he screws up the money.
Yeah,
he messed up
the
this.
church's money.
Oh, I gotta go because he's not a real man. We are scared of this.
Terrified.
All this stuff has a recurring thing behind it, a domino effect.
Yes,
Are y'all listening, ladies?
So I feel like I cannot afford to deal with a check on my prostate saying, "Hey, darling, you got to be out of work."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially, hold up, I just got to this point. I don't want to stop.
Right.
This is selfishly, personally. I finally got to somewhere I've been fighting to get to my whole life, and now you telling me I gotta sit down?
I gotta sit down.
No,
I don't want to do that. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why I was saying a lot of ego is involved.
A lot of ego.
So
that's true.
Yeah.
But we got to start changing the thinking to the point where we understand that, hey, you can hold on to that ego, but you need to do everything necessary to make sure you can hold that ego, which means you don't feel right. You need to go to the doctor. Or every year, you should go and make sure, all the things are running the way they're supposed to. That's a real thing. And yes, it may include you having to, some people have an aversion to needles. You may have to get some shots. You may have to have some blood drawn. This stuff may have to happen. You may have to let the doctor put their finger up your booty to check your prostate.
I got it. And you said you had at 45. It's about that time for me. I already know.
Hey,
listen, I was already thinking like it's
to it or no?
It's Marcus.
Yes. He used my whole name, y'all.
Sit down somewhere.
I'm sitting down.
Okay. So, but no, I do know this is time for me.
Yeah.
At 45.
Yeah.
I heard it was 50, but they moved it to 45. Lucky me.
Yeah.
So
where you going?
Uh-oh.
You ain't going nowhere.
Oh, wait.
I said, so when
you
going?
I got the whoa. Let me handle what the hell I got.
She just wants to know
on.
if she got to give you an extra hug that night.
I would let you.
Oh.
Okay.
I need to rub his back.
Listen, we can talk about it. Go ahead, bro. I have a story, but go ahead.
I'm just asking a question. You can answer it off there.
See, this is what happens, man. We get quiet. Our lady asks us a question.
No, she just tried to check me on air.
I asked the question.
Who gonna check him, boo? Who gonna check him, boo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because people gonna be on Facebook. Hey, did Dollar go get his hand poked yet?
Oh Lord. See, that's another thing we got to stop worrying about. You know what? Mind your business. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. That's mine right there.
But no, we are running over. Let's wrap this day up.
Man, it's such a good day.
It's a good day. Thank you for everybody for calling in.
Ain't no overtime. I can go hit this jack. I mean, I can go and take a break.
Well, we have to set everything up for. We have other things going on.
We do have a very special guest coming. Absolutely.
Yes. So,
all right, y'all. Well, tell you what.
I'm not done.
He's not done.
I'm not done.
I knew he wasn't done. We're not done.
Listen, just to go ahead and circle this back, this topic that we're doing today is something that we're created for. You know what I'm saying? As men. And I personally have to talk about how this was created for me. Yes. I want to take this time out to give a shout out to Miss Africa Allah.
Africa Allah.
Understand this. Distinctive Impressions is what created Dylan Yale. In 2006, a young, ignorant-ass boy who had no idea where he was going in his world was pulled to the side by his homegirl. Okay? Dylan, I want you to come do this little video cast, live cast with me, this podcast, they called it in 2006. Ignorant Dylan Yale, what the hell is a podcast? Just sit down and do this. You sit right here in this chair, and I'm going to pull this camera up, and I'm going to show you. You my co-host, you just follow my lead. All right?
There you go.
Be you. And one show turned into 2 shows, 2 shows turned into 6 turned into 12, so forth and so on. By the end of the year, we had 3,000 listeners worldwide, 3 million listeners worldwide.
Right
on. With that said, I want to give a shout out to the one and only Africa Allah for her 15-year anniversary.
Whoop, whoop. Shout out Africa.
For the start of DI Radiocast, which created Yale Radiocast. Yale Entertainment is a seed that was created by DI Radiocast.
Absolutely.
And for years, I often give a shout out like, this is the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. I have to give credit and just due to the people that have paved the way for me. And what I love is it's offered me the opportunity to open the doors for everybody who's behind me. A Mark L, A Sincere, A Rap Analytics, A Women and a Mic. Africa Allah, I appreciate you. Distinctive Impressions, DI Radiocast, thank you for creating. She said this in 2007. You should have been doing this.
Hello.
I had no idea.
You didn't know.
I didn't know.
And
so a seed had to be planted. You know what I'm saying? All we knew is that boy liked music and he liked to talk. Put a microphone in his face, let him talk and put some music with it.
Bam.
And you got your guy right here, Dylan Yale. Yale Entertainment Multimedia Group, Yale Radiocast. Thank you, DI Radiocast, for everything that you've given to the numerous people. Follow that and you will see the big brand that is Distinctive Impressions.
Hello.
Okay? Thank you. And thank you for all the listeners and supporters of what is right now Yale Entertainment, the seed planted by that. Shout out to my boy Mark L. Shout out to Josh the intern. Shout out to TR. Shout out to Spicy.
It's the mayor of
Shout out to who we got. Who
else?
Who else?
So many people.
Rap Analytics.
The Rap Analytics.
Those boys are on to something. For those who are unfamiliar with the battle rap arena and the forum, it is a growing thing. And those boys are so heavy into it that that's the new wave of hip-hop that us older generation may not be aware of.
What?
But they're on top of it.
I could take Sue Surf in the battle.
I don't know if you could take Sue Surf in a battle.
Oh, okay, my bad.
So,
I'm going to take the whole Rap Analytics crew in a battle.
But peep it. You understand the building of Wakanda, it starts with a seed planted.
It does. You are correct, sir.
And it starts with an idea of everybody on the same accord.
Yes, sir.
And you never know what you grow when you actually put something in somebody's hand to be who they can be and the best them. So that's what we need to focus on, man. Here at Yale Entertainment, Yale Radiocast. We're going to close out for the mail review today.
Yes,
what
sir.
You got, Markel?
Hey, man, thank y'all for tuning in today. We definitely appreciate you kicking it with us as we just kind of roll through and do our thing. Definitely shout out to the families of Chadwick Boseman. Definitely a great loss, unexpected for us out here in the public who definitely appreciated his acting, definitely appreciate his talent. Also shout out to the family of Uncle Cliff. We
Cliff
got that
Robinson.
little news, Cliff Robinson. Also, we want to shout out to 2020. We're going to shout out to that in 2021 because that mother needs to die. I'm sick of it. Sick of it.
Sick of it.
Sick of it.
Oh my God.
2020, leave us alone. Look, we done had 2 hurricanes. Wait a minute. What did me say? I want to get, let's see. I want to get 2 hurricanes. And what else did it ask for? It asked for something else.
I don't know. I didn't see the meaning.
I can't remember, man. But all I got to say out there, y'all, for real. On the subject of the colorectal cancer that we lost Brother Boseman to, man, brothers, get checked out there, okay? Just go to the doctor. It's only between you and the doctor. You ain't got to tell your lady, wife, whoever that you did it. You ain't got to say nothing about it. But do take the time to take care of yourself. We need you. We're gonna have Yale Conda. We do need you strong brothers to be there. We need people that is gonna be there to help us. That's gonna be there to help get it built up strong.
Oh, and shout out to that girl Ashley. Ashley said
Definitely.
Everybody ain't on the boat.
Everybody
ain't gonna be riding the cruise boat. Sorry.
Sorry. They're not gonna put you at the gate because it's gonna be real skimpy.
Oh no,
you're gonna be like,
whoa. You listen to Medicine? Nah, out of here.
No,
she ain't coming.
No,
you listen to
No.
Listen. But Trina listened. Well, she made this choice. That's her choice.
It's her choice.
That's her choice.
She in with the
I
boss.
love her though.
So you gonna leave me?
This is what
you
we
listen
call,
to Medicine, you ain't making it.
ladies and gentlemen. You are now hearing the first. You are hearing the first instance of what we call.
You don't love me like I love him.
Oh no!
He gonna leave me because I listen to Bad Recording.
You made your choice.
Listen here. Yale Radiocast, the mail review. Thank y'all for tuning in. We love y'all. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all know the motto. What is the motto?
It is always and will always be for now, then, and forever.
Get the business.
That's what I'm saying, y'all.
Yale Radiocast.